Hi guys, let's go here. In today's video we are back at Egret Tours Marina and I'm building some boats. Let's get into it. Just so I can make this nice and simple, I'm using a small barge from Workshop Rearranged, and this does have snapping, but it's a little weird. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to raise this up so it actually doesn't like clip through this, because it like lines up perfectly there. And I'm going to place this on the side like that, and just to make it kind of work, I'm going to place this on here, and then we'll use place everywhere just to bump it across. That should roughly be where we want it, and this should give us like a 1.5 bits across, perfectly lined up. So that's exactly what we want. Just like that. I'm gonna just put some floors down, and the rickety out of the better for this. I'm just gonna go along the middle like that, and then we can place these just haphazardly around, and it will give us a nice little base to work off. And it also kind of makes it look like they've been piecing together, like repairing it, which is the general idea that I'm going for this settlement. So we've got our fuel stuff over there, so the plan is that they're gonna like fix up vehicles and repurpose them, get them into the biofuel type of setup. I think it will work alright. Just put these corners on, and hopefully all these different shapes won't cause a problem with any walls that I'm trying to snap on. But that's our base done, and now I want to go to master plan, another extensions, and we're going to go into wood. Doesn't matter how long I've used these mods, I will forget where the stuff actually is. And I'm just going to put a bunch of railings around here. And there's going to be quite a bit of layering to this for it to actually look okay. Just so we can get a bit of height as well, I'm going to use the warehouse walls, which with mods they actually do snap nicely. Do we have... it's going to be a bit of a hard one to do with it being free. So where is the windows? Yeah, it's fine. It'll just be kind of offset there. Come up, get there, and with some forgiveness, this will fit in perfectly, just like that. Okay, and then we want to go along here. Like that. And hopefully I can kind of line stuff up, but put a door on here. I want it to snap in the middle. Alright, now if I put the roof up the center, might have to use the roofs from G2M for this to kind of work, because I believe G2M has a roof that goes the opposite, like long but narrow. There's probably one in Finland, to be fair. Let's just go all the way back. Wood, roof. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. We're not having a good time with snapping, are we? Oh, that's going to be too far. Will that work? No, we kind of just get messed around. Like, I'm not even really sure what that's snapping to, but it's not snapping to the right one, so I'm going to place that down, move that over there, and then put a regular wall in, and then this will fit. Or it'll call me a liar. Will it go on that way? There we go. Just needs a bit of persuasion. And then that one there. Take that off, put that back in. Come on. There. Fantastic. That lines up nicely. There will be a little bit of a gap. Okay. Like, where is Trinity Tower from here? It should be far enough away, but I keep drifting in and out of its discovery zone, and it's starting to be distracting. Okay. So, I'm gonna figure out how to get some steps up here. Might be interesting. Do I have climbable ladders mod? Because that will save so much space. I believe it's in. Yeah, I do. Fantastic. Right. Screw that then. But we're not doing that. I'm trying to fit a stairway in here. Okay. Because then I can just kind of open a gap, like up there, put the ladder in. I always get these the wrong way. That's the wrong way. Don't just love it when you've got to fiddle around to make sure they actually face the right way. Right, pretty sure that's the right way. I'm out of build mode. Climb up. We're on the right side. Awesome. Okay. Place that back in. And it looks really bad right now. So I do need to actually figure out how to layer up this so it doesn't look as square and as bad, really. But this will just have like a little lookout type thing. I need some floors. Right, I'm gonna have to put in the gap fillers on there, which opened up walls, gap fillers there, and we'll put that one there. Just chuck that on there. I really do like this new shack walls mod. It's not new, it's been out quite a long time, but it's literally called new shack walls, and I think it looks really cool. Right. This is sort of what I want to do. Yeah, it's gonna work. Right. Okay, I want flat and a half doorway, which is not gonna snap where I want. Put it there. Grab a half wall. We'll go with that one. And easy. Get that in. And then we're gonna go G2M again. Kind of wish you could like change the order of your menus a bit like freely. Like I know you can change your load order, but just being able to just go, I want this menu to be next to this one. Be so handy at times. Okay. That's clearly going to be too big to fit in there now. But it's a little more of a unique shape. Okay, so I want to try and break up this shape a bit. Want floorboards. And you got like simple little pieces like this. Patch up the holes. That. And some wall planks. I like using the wall planks like as supports. It's just a bit funky getting them in. Right, but I can push it against the wall. Right, and then providing it all moves properly. It's not even like lined up. Oh, too far. And that now we've got like a little makeshift support. And it just kind of breaks up the shape a bit. And if I do the same on this side, and we will use, is it corner caps? Yeah. This one, which will just get placed in there. So that's like proper rickety looking. I'm going to scale it up though, so I can like make it look as though it's part of that, like that wall. Oh god, that went massive. Just pull it down. Like, as much as I don't like building vanilla stuff, like I could not do like patching up like this with like the pillar glitch and stuff. So if you're not into mods, like, more power to you. Definitely not something I could do, but good luck with it, I suppose. Like, Lancelot is doing some really good work with purely vanilla building at the moment. I think he's finished his Sunshine Tidings, so I'm kind of glad Sunshine Tidings did not win the poll that I did the other week, because I know he was still busy building there, but I do enjoy building at that settlement. And no doubt Lancer will comment on this video and go, where's all your decorations? Why haven't you decorated that shelf? Because I'm gonna make these a little rickety. Why didn't my axis change there? So Let's tip these over a bit, and it makes it look way less sturdy. Oh, and apparently changing the scale of stuff. So it's still rather square, but it's coming along. Right, I'm gonna go to Curry tab and all the way to the end of the wood section, and just to fill that gap, and we'll fill this gap, and apparently we'll just freehand in this one like that. I'm gonna push that in. There we go, and I'll push that in as well, so that the bottom bit isn't sticking through. So now it's kind of all part of that railing itself. Okay, and I need something to break up this. Like, it's feeling very flat. I don't know what mod this is from. It's not from a mod. That lightning is creation kit? Yeah. The settlement ambush, I believe. So, oh, now it's snap. Alright, I'm gonna make this bigger. Theoretically, 150 should be enough for it to go all the way across, which it clearly isn't. 160. I suppose it probably goes like within the boundaries of a wall. I'm looking a bit meaner now. Like, just make this that bit more dangerous. I'm not doing on that side, but I kind of want to do something with the front there. Is there a shorter... yeah, just chuck a bus on the top. I wanted like a shorter version of this, but I suppose I could just kind of line them up like so, like that. They're totally lined up. There. That's lined up enough. They're like slightly off, but just have them putting the barbed wire around the edge. What can I do with the front? Needs like some sort of weaponry, I think. Like, somebody suggested artillery, but I think they meant for the building, which obviously would make more sense, but totally put some artillery on the front of there. Sure, I've got some mods that add like guns and stuff that can be placed. I know this one has a really cool one. Where did I see it? It was at the very end. Special vehicles. Just whack that on the front. Totally wouldn't sync with it. That won't work for this build, but we've got ideas of them rebuilding like vehicles and stuff, so that over there is like a couple of motorbikes. So we're gonna do something with vehicles later on. I just kind of want to figure out how to make this look a bit more interesting. So I'm going to go hunt through my menus and then come back when I've managed to fix this. I'm just not convinced on this front piece. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to build here, but I've got these guns from CBC, and I changed up this railing to be one of the ones from some mod. Can't even think of what the mod's called. Can find out though, I suppose. It is border junk, because it comes with these nice little posts. But what I'm thinking is to cover this bit, and that will be like a little nest of sorts. So I'm gonna go to G2M again and go to the outers for this one, so it's not actually covered. It won't snap, so that's fine. We'll just kind of eyeball the placement of it. Ideally, I don't want it sticking out of there. Make sure that my axis is on the right one. Like that. And kind of line that up as best I can. And close off top a bit. If we'll go in here, I'm not really sure why border jump puts the stuff into here. Like most of the other stuff that I got by the same author go into master plan. I just don't think this has ever made it into master plan. So we've got a little bit of protection there. I've no idea how I'm supposed to support those, but it looks quite cool, I suppose. Right. And then we'll close it off with... Oh, that placement couldn't have been any better, could it? I'm gonna have to shimmy it across, I think. No, if I make that smaller, I can hide the post and bring it all in. Bring that forward. Bring that forward. Bring it down. And now it kind of all looks like a single... Jesus Christ. They're nowhere near where they need to be, so I'm just going to turn those, stop them shimmering, turn that one, pull it back, and finally pull it. No, I'm going to make them 110%, just so they're not leaving any gaps. And push that back a little bit more. That'll do. That'll work. So now it looks like somebody can come in here and maybe they'll have to kneel a bit. Yeah, they've got their guns on the front there. Okay. I quite like how that looks. Not overly keen on the shape, but we can fix that later down the line. Not really sure how to fix it, but we'll figure something out. Just need to put a roof of some description on here, and why mess with perfection, and we'll just use the standard pitched roof like that. And just bring it down a bit so it doesn't float at all. Looks beautiful. Do I have like ropes or anything that I could bring? I don't have ropes, but I can make them using these. Well, line up. I hate trying to get these onto the wall looking right. Put one there. And no, that one, I'll put it on that side. And then somehow what I'll do is I'm going to place it on the roof because the wire won't go in, so like that. So then just like that. Perfect. Just realised I could have probably used the washing line. Right, how? Turn. Why won't it go through? Right, so turn off surface snap. Gradually won't go in. So what I'll do is I'll place it there, and then you can just bump it into there, and then manually move that. Awesome. I know how we can fix the shape up. Our trusty little nautical decorations. I want this one. Make sure that it's close. Oh, Jesus, it's not even near the wall. We can kind of place these around. Another one on this side. Bring that up. I never did figure out how I'm going to power this, so that wall might not actually be needed. Right. Yeah, that's a different one. I'm going to hide the hook in there. Quite simple, but pretty effective. Okay, I'm going to finish decorating this and just kind of make it look a bit more cluttered and smashed up, put together, you know, just make it look like it belongs in the world. At the minute it's very bare looking. Right, that's everything done now. So on the front I added some spotlights so the people manning the guns can actually see if any danger's coming. And what I ended up doing was deciding that this would actually be just a transport vessel, so they go out trading and scavenging, and since we make a lot of fuel here, that's why we've got the little gun nest on the front here, just for some protection. But they trade with people that they meet. And obviously we've got to make sure that the boat actually continues to function. And if we come in here, we've got the barrels of fuel, got some medical supplies as well, and just some general stuff for the guys that will be traveling on this. And this was my little engine room thing that I made. It looks pretty cool. Can't really get in there, so it was quite easy to hide a lot of weird stuff that happens back there. And we've got a small kitchen area with some weapons, and then it's just a little place for them to sit and eat. And we'll come up the ladder. And this will take us to the little control center. At the top, there's nothing fancy happening up here. It's just a seat for the guys to relax, and they can see out of here. But the idea is they would be using these to actually move around and get the ship to do stuff. So I'm just going to play it off as the mechanism for making it move is actually underneath. But I really like how this one turned out, and hope you guys did too. Let me know in the comments what you want to see me build next. That's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.